award is for undergraduate news. Let's see the 3 nominations.
But I think people who are eating licorice regularly are not aware of the risks. And the warning label in the pack, as you've so clearly shown, is totally inadequate. It just says that people with high blood pressure should be careful about taking it. Everyone should be careful.
My most recent was 126/80, and I've cut out all the tablets as well as the licorice tea now, so you know it's actually normal.
And not drinking any licorice tea, there is clearly a normal blood pressure that this lady's achieved again. Now, obviously that's not scientific, but that's really suggestive that something was happening there with the licorice tea.
What's even more worrying is this third tea from Morrison's has the exact same amount of licorice in as the tea from Asda, and it has absolutely zero warning on. So since my email to them, they've promised me that they're going to take this product off their shelves nationwide until they comply with EU regulations.
It's been suggested, maybe I wanna be your best friend. Blind in my eye holes and just trying hard to see. I can tell by your middle finger that you're warming up to me. Yeah, yeah.
I got my first tattoo stupidly at 17 years old. I waltzed into a studio that I knew my friends got tattooed at, and I sat down there waiting. The guy says, "How old are you?" And you know, you put the deep voice on, "Oh, I'm 18." And in you go, you sit down and you take your choice. It was a blue rose straight off of Google Images. I guess it's not the worst tattoo that I've got. I've done a lot more stupid things since then, but definitely not one of my proudest moments.
New homes are springing up all the time, but it's not fast enough. So with house prices on the rise, people are making their beds in unorthodox places such as tiny homes, container homes and even vans.
Hello and welcome to my van and house.
But is this really a genuine alternative to mainstream housing? Hi Chris,
Hiya.
Nice to meet you.
Hiya.
All right.
Come on in for a look around.
You. I've driven to Northumberland to visit one of the many tiny homes that Chris March has built, and to find out whether this style of living is worth a go.
There's something quite, quite romantic about it, I think, as well. People, tend to fall in love with them as well.
A convincing investigation with consumer journalism at its beating heart, which was cleverly storyboarded and creatively filmed and edited. Great on-screen presentation encouraged the viewer to pay full attention to what's inside that next cup of herbal tea. The winner of the undergraduate news category is It Takes All Sorts by Katya Fowler. Let's hear from Katya now.
Firstly, I'd like to thank Ian, Kate, Peter and Stephen Coleman from the University of Leeds for giving me the skills I've needed to be here today. I'd also like to thank Andy and everyone at KMTV for taking a chance on a newbie journalist and allowing me to do this sort of news every day for the people of Kent. This wouldn't have been possible without Nikki allowing me to tell her story, and also Janine for trusting a complete stranger to give up something she loved, all to prove a theory. And finally, I'd like to thank the RTS for such a prestigious award and allowing me to share the dangers of licorice tea to a wider audience. And remember, if you do suffer from hypertension, don't drink it. And even if you don't, drink it with caution and regularly monitor your blood pressure, or else you really will be taking dying for a cuppa to a whole new level. Cheers.
The next award is for undergraduate